Hello everyone, it's Valdis, and welcome to the next video. Now, as we all know, it won't be too long before the next rune removal day, or should I say the free rune removal day, will happen again. And this time my personal approach will be a lot different than it used to, and I hope to be able to find this method a lot more useful than my previous free rune removal days. And while I was thinking about it, many of you might benefit from the same idea, knowledge, call it what you will. Now, usually on free rune removal day, I would go through my monster list here and find out, I could swap this rune for this rune, or mainly if I had a weaker rune on the monster and a more powerful one in the storage, I will just switch them around and, be happy about that upgrade. Now, that will boost the individual monsters, of course, and you will have a fairly wide array of monsters to use. But what I've come to think about, and I've also have gotten a good amount of advice about this from the Epic Fail community, is that if you really want to focus on things, you have to be a little more drastic than just switching out one or two runes. So, what I plan to do this coming Saturday is actually remove every rune from all my monsters. I'm just gonna totally clear them all. No matter how well they're ruined now or whatever, I'm just gonna remove them. When I've done that, I will think about the teams I'm using for the important stuff. Let's just say Dragons B10, Giants B10, and raids really. Guild Wars, I'll of course need to rune some monsters for that too, but the others are the main focus really, because the bread and butter of this game is really having the right runes. So being able to farm the right runes and to farm the upgrades from raids is should really be the main focus of many players out there. So remove all the runes, put them all in storage, then build a team your roster can use for dragons, for whatever team. It doesn't have to be B10 for that matter. The highest instance you can do will benefit you greatly if you have a stable farm team. In my situation, for the dragon team, I will have to play a little more around with my Vertihill. I've been playing around with him in a tank build really, and not a speed build, as you can see. I'm not sure that I'm liking it, so that will be changed for a more speedy approach. I'll of course have to include Vermos in the Dragons team as well. In essence, I don't really need to tell you how I'm gonna build my teams. It's just that you have to think about how you can use your time more effective in the game and build a stable team for whatever instance of the dungeons you are in, if it's B1 to B10. Also raids, it doesn't matter really if it's 1, 2, 3 or 5. You just need to have a stable team so you can consistently clear it without failing really, because failing is wasted energy. So again, build your teams on paper, whatever you think would be right. Use some time on the many forums, YouTube like this, and see how other people have built their teams for the dungeon you are about to attack, and see if you have similar monsters, if you can build a similar team. There's a lot of knowledge out there since the game has been out for quite some time. And after that, clear the runes, find out how you can maximize the few units you actually need for these things. For raids you need 6 good monsters, and you rarely need to change them. The only factor there could be the leader skill, depending on who you're raiding with. But the team in itself could be a good core team. For giants or dragons, it's 5 units, and some of them can be used in both instances. Raids are a little different, since defense has a lot more impact there than it has in the dungeons, but I'm sure if you build your Belladon with a defense percent rune, that he will still be useful in dragons. But that's for Saturday to find out. So in essence, it's just a small advice video this time, for something I've going thinking about, and thought I would share it with you, in case you could benefit anything from it. If you have been in the same situation as me, where you just switch a few runes around and be happy about the free rune removal. I think we have to approach this a more drastic way and just remove it all. Now, previously that has been difficult, since the rune storage wasn't that big, but now it actually is 500 runes. So for some of us anyway, it's possible. With my current rune storage and the monsters that I have to clear, I think I'm just about the 500 limit. So that will definitely be boosted. Now, a feature then that I would really like to see added to this game as well. If you have 500 runes in this storage, finding the right rune is kind of a pain sometimes. And getting an overview of them is nearly impossible. So I really would like come to us to add some type of filtering to this. So you can say, for example, I want to see all the HP percent runes I have, and you'll get a list of those somehow. How they're gonna implement it, I don't know, but that's a feature that I'm really missing. Especially now when I have to remove every rune I have and put it in storage. But let's keep this video fairly short. I hope you found it useful, and I really wish that you'll have a happy rune removal day this Saturday and get the best out of it. I surely will try to make mine the best ever. This is Voldis signing out. Bye bye.